So we were talking about breathing techniques, and there is a short session on basic breathing which you may would like to refer to before you try this practice. If you're unsure about what deep breathing is and where your lungs are, the anatomy, and there's some short breathing practice as well. This session is going to be on Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing is a really good breathing practice to get to grips with early on in your yoga experience journey, and lots of yoga styles practice Ujjayi as the basic form of breathing, and they may have the Ujjayi breath moving through the whole session. So basically it's a slight contraction of the epiglottis, and you can, if you're not sure where your epiglottis is, if you swallow and you feel that sort of lump in your throat when you swallow, that's sort of where your epiglottis is. And so there's a slight restriction of the epiglottis, a slight closing of the epiglottis to make the sound that you hear when you're practicing Ujjayi breathing. So you might just try that now, slightly closing the epiglottis. And consciously making a sighing sound inward as you breathe in. So you should be able to hear the sound that you make as you breathe in. And you might, for a few rounds, really emphasize that, really exaggerate it, so that you can audibly really hear the sound. And you'll do the same on the exhalations. Now what happens is that usually when we breathe normally, we just contract the respiratory muscles when we breathe in to pull air into the body. That's on the in-breath, and the exhalation tends to be quite sort of relaxed and gentle, and we really don't use much contraction when the air comes out. The air just leaves without us burning any energy or contracting any muscles. But with the Ujjayi breath, we are maintaining a bit of isometric contraction of the diaphragm, the intercostal muscles and muscles of the neck that are our respiratory muscles. And so it's very toning and strengthening for the respiratory muscles. So let's just do a couple more so that you can feel the pull of the air as it comes in, contraction of muscles, and the slight contraction of muscles as you really steady the flow of the exhalation with a bit of respiratory muscle control. So, there you have it. Okay, so I hope you felt that gentle, controlled exhalation, which is different from just a natural exhale. We will think a little bit about the sounds that is made when we practice Ujjayi. So there is a mantra that goes with the Ujjayi breath, which is the Soham mantra. Soham is meant to be it's a bija mantra. It's a seed bija means seed, mantra means sound. And the sound that we make when we breathe is universal to every breathing being. So the sound that we make when we inhale, listen to it in the sound that you make. There's a sort of soft, sibilant, sighing sound that we make when we breathe in, and that is the mantra soul. So it's not a kind of pronounced, audible so as I'm speaking, but the description of the sound that is made with the Ujjayi breath on the in-breath. So now when you're breathing in and practicing Ujjayi, listen with the mantra. So, and then let's just listen to the mantra hum as you breathe out. So perhaps just be aware first of all that there is a difference in the sound that you make when you breathe in and out. And try to hear the sound of as you exhale. You're not trying to force yourself to make that sound. It's just the description of the way the breath sounds on the exhale. So it helps us to feel spiritually connected to all other living beings. So when we just go into a few minutes more of just pure Ujjayi practice, we just focus and connect with the Soham mantra of the breath. Now you don't have to really exaggerate the sound now, it really is. It doesn't have to be incredibly loud or audible for anybody else to hear, only for you to intimately hear the sound that you make as you breathe. To feel the contraction of your respiratory muscles on the inhale and the exhale, and to hear the mantra, or if it helps, you can internally speak the mantra on the in-breath and the out-breath. So on the in-breath, on the out-breath. And we just practice that together for a few more moments. long should we practice Ujjayi breathing? How long should we practice any pranayama technique? I leave you to practice for as long as you want to. Just a word about that, and that really it is for any length of time when you can focus and concentrate, become completely meditatively absorbed in the practice. And as we go through progressive stages of pranayama, I'll lead you through some ways in which you can build up your pranayama practice over a very long period of time. And it would be interesting to always take notes of how you feel before, after, and any experience that you have during your breathing practices. So thank you for watching today. Namaste.